I swear I put it in here before. See, it's just all the hoses and everything. There you go. It's in. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we're back with the 1983 Yamaha Vision 550, and mainly the carburetor. It's been quite some time since we've had this motorcycle back on the channel. It hasn't moved from its position in the shop at all. Everything from where I took it apart, the lower fairing, tank, everything, carburetor. This carburetor has been living on this tray for a couple of months, 3 months. Yeah, maybe 3 months. Because I've cleaned it several times. It's been in and out of the ultrasonic cleaner at that time, and then the chem dip. Big issue last time was I couldn't figure out where all of the vacuum lines went. Like these two for the petcock, that was easy because they're molded and they only go in one spot. But then you have a couple of vacuum lines here that go here. You've got another one here. All of these were taken off, right? So all of these lines that you currently see on it now were off, and I had to try to, some were replaced, like these blue ones were replaced, and some I was just like, I don't know. And before you go out and say, what I would say is it's got to be in the manual. It doesn't show you where all the vacuum lines go, like on a diagram. It says this goes here, like a wiring diagram, which would be awesome. It doesn't show that because, see, there's two more right here. There's another one right here. By the way, there's two for these guys, which is that thing is the YCS. Who knows what it does? It's the mystery thing. There's this guy here. So trying to figure out the right combination of all those things. And I know you could cap off 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 of them. You can probably cap them off, but I like to put everything back kind of where it goes, and then we can start removing from there if said things don't work. Meaning, if we find out that it runs, but it runs poorly because the YICS magic triangle is no good, well, then we can cap that off. But if it runs and this is good, we can leave it on. So it was trying to figure out all of them. See, there's an extra. There's 3 on here. So where does this vacuum line go? And I know it may seem really easy for some of you guys, not very easy for me. That's why you can see now that there's lots of colors here because they match these colors. I went and figured out exactly where everything goes on the tank. These two are for the in and out of the tank. This goes to the other intake, which is right down here. That intake boot goes there. Pink and yellow. This pink one goes all the way over here to this vacuum port on the petcock. Like I said, crazy. Took me a while because I couldn't figure out where this last one went. Right here, this vacuum port went. I was like, dude, I don't know where it goes. So thankfully, I record. A lot of people say, you know, you take pictures of things when you take it apart. Well, thankfully, I record everything as I'm taking it apart. But I had to go back through all the footage to find it, that it goes right there. And when I was pulling the airbox off, I found it. Not that I'm going to need the airbox off initially, but I need it. This is the vacuum line that goes to the flapper. That opens the flapper. So, again, that one had to go all the way to right here. Green to green. Now it'll be easy because now I can just match up my colors and we can put this sucker together. Let's give it a go. Now's the time that we get to put the carburetor back in, and it is a pain in the behind because this is the orientation it goes in. It doesn't go in like that. You see, that doesn't fit. And you're saying, well, Eric, it goes in through here. It is a wrestling match getting it in there. Got the other intake out, so you got to get it in, get it up here, then get it through, put the intake on, then get it up here to then jam it to where it goes straight down right there. And so the last time it was in, so you go through the process of cleaning it up, you put it in, you wrestle it in. Again, it's 30 plus minutes to put it in. And then it doesn't work as you hoped. So then you just let it sit there for a while. You know, thankfully we have other projects to work on. So we just move on to another project that is currently not frustrating me. That's what I do. I know some of you guys are awesome. You can get into things, you put it back on, it doesn't work, and you can take it right back apart and then just keep going at it. Unfortunately, I'm the kind of guy that has to walk away from it, so nothing gets broken. Not that I'm going to throw things or break things, but if you're frustrated and I don't have to be frustrated, then why don't I just move to something that's not frustrating? So that's why some of the things that are happening. You know, and I'll give you guys an update too, because we've got lots of things here in the shop currently. You know, Carrie's bike, the XZ400 from the courthouse, the Cushman truckster's right there. You can see we're jammed in here. We're jammed in here. We got projects. The CX500 Turbo, that needs to get back on, but I've got to remove some bikes from in here and mainly get this Yamaha Vision running. This guy's going to be picked up soon. This Vision running so it can come out of here. And if I go ahead and move all of this CB750 tray of wonders right here, cart of wonders, put it on this CB750, then this guy can get out. Then I have more than enough room to roll the CX500 Turbo in and blow it apart and not have to worry about bits and pieces. You know, the great thing is that this Vision came apart right here and went right there. It never moved. I didn't have to look for anything. I knew exactly where everything was. It's good. The stuff for the CX500 Turbo is sitting right in here waiting for it. I just need this gone so that I can have room to take it all apart, because once you start pulling the fairing and the tank and the seat off of this thing so that we can get to pull the engine so we can replace the stator, this takes up a lot of real estate. You know, just being able to do that. So, and then once we take it all apart, we need to have enough room to be able to work on the engine at that point. So I think if I have enough room, I'll be able to be a little bit more efficient with it and maybe to make our way through it a little bit quicker. So that's the plan. Can you tell I'm procrastinating putting this carburetor in there? It's kind of like, you know, I want it to work. And I'm not even going to say the other thing I was going to say. It's going to work. Let's get to putting it in. Okay, let's see if we can wrestle this sucker in here. I swear I put it in here before. See, it's just all the hoses and everything. There you go. It's in. Knew I could do it. Come on, Yamaha, you could have done better. Somebody's probably screaming at their, whatever they're watching this on right now. Come on, it's stuck in the hose. It's really not as difficult as I'm making it out to be. Yes, there, I think I got it. You know, this is why they didn't sell so many of these bikes, is because they had carburetor problems, and then you had to do this to try to get them in. Oh, look at this guy. Have you been things out of the way so I have room. Now let's see if we can get it up. How much further do I need to go? See, and the problem, let me show you the problem. Although I'm in right now, but let me show you the problem. Okay, so our fuel pump right here, see how much clearance I have? I have 0 clearance on the back side. It's, look, that's a hose right here to try to get it. And this guy, I am finally just about in. So it's just a pain. There, am I in right here? I am in where it goes. So let's put the other intake in. Okay, now I still have to, and I can't believe I forgot to put the vacuum lines on the bottom that go to here. These are just placeholders. So I've got to take it back out unless I can get to them, which I probably can't because one is, maybe I can. Let me give that a shot. There's one here and then the other one is back over here. Let me see. Okay, crisis averted. I was able to get in and get that guy in under there, so it wasn't too big of an issue. Let's see if we can put this gasket on. We had to make a gasket. See if I can figure out which way it goes. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna need that, and I need this. And let's go ahead and put this guy on. All right, let's see if we can get this guy in here, wrestled in. Goes up over that one and into this one, just easy peasy. We had to change the orientation of our clamp. So let's see if we can go up and over. Now we should be able to get that guy in there. So just trying to get this little Allen head in. Such a pain in the butt to start because it sticks up over and it hits this lip and you can't turn it. You can't hold it up. You can't, you know, and it's just an Allen head, so I gotta just quarter turn at a time. I don't know what the Yamaha engineers were thinking. I mean, they could have made this whole thing so much more serviceable. Even trying to get these the spark plugs out is such a pain. They just said, we're going to make them crazy. And they did. So that's why this level of frustration, I almost stopped earlier because I was so frustrated trying to screw this one in. I still got to do one on the other side. So let me get that other one over there started before I get too far. And then I'll get back to you guys in just a moment. Okay, we got the other guy on the other side, quarter turned like this. This is just, so just this right here, you can see how it could be a little frustrating. It's not like pulling off a set of carbs on a Honda or on a CB750. Shoot, I'd have those off and cleaned and back on before we put this guy back on. This is just, so let me go tighten the other side down and we can start connecting hoses. Okay, let's see if we can get this sucker in here now. Just got to move this breather out of the way that goes for the air cleaner. This guy, sorry about putting my noggin in the way, but I gotta see what is going on. And then we gotta try to, see, I gotta clear there. Did that go in? Just about. You gotta clear all the hoses and stuff so you can get it into the hole. Jeez and Pete's. Going in there. That one's, back one's in. This thing is in the way. There, that guy looks like it'll go in right there. Okay. Now it's in. We did it. Oh.
Hercules, 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 Hercules.
Let's put the tank on so that we can then put some fuel to it and see if this guy works. That is it. It goes right there. I just need to run my, I guess it goes, my sensor goes right here. Now, let's put some gas in it. Fingers crossed. Hey, come on. Oh, come on, I need another battery. Okay, got the battery hooked up. Fingers crossed. Key on. Horn works. Hey, it wants to start. Let's see if I get a little choke maybe. I don't know. Come on. Our fuel pump could be our issue. Let me see. Try a different setting here. Let's try again. Try one more setting maybe. Okay. Carb is out again. I'm gonna have to do something I hate doing. I gotta spend some money. I'm gonna have to buy a rebuild kit for this guy. Not only for the carburetor, but for the fuel pump, and which I think our problem is located right in these two areas, our fuel pump and our accelerator pump. And unfortunately, it's like all together like $150, something like that, for a rebuild kit. But fingers crossed, that'll be it. So guys, I think the $150 is not the problem. I think the problem is that I couldn't get it going with what it has. And I think part of it is this is fuel pump, this is accelerator pump, and I just think those diaphragms are just so dried out. You can see them sticking out right here on the edge. That they're just so dried out that, let me get you a little bit more light. That they're just so dried out that they're not diaphragming like they should. So we get to go through it again. And you know, I do take some solace or some consolation in the fact that I'm not the only one that has carburetor problems with an 82, 83, only 2 years they were made, 82, 83 Yamaha Vision. It happens. This was a common failure point, which is probably the reason why they only made it a couple of years. They had some issues. I'm gonna order a rebuild kit, and then I'm gonna order an aftermarket fuel pump. It's actually for a lawnmower, but it's about the same. And if my rebuild doesn't work, I'll put that one on. And it's the same size, moves the same amount of fuel, and it'll bolt up just about right there. So I'll order that lawnmower pump and see if my rebuild kit doesn't work. The lawnmower pump may be my solution. And thankfully those are like dirt cheap. I think it was like $10 or $12, something ridiculous like that on Amazon. Let me go ahead and order all that. I'll have that in, and then the next episode with the now taken apart again Vision will be taking carb apart, putting carb back together, and then hoping that it runs. Guys, you win some, you lose some. Guys, this carburetor's been off and on so many times. I have been Googling replacements. Is there an aftermarket replacement? Can I put a Weber carburetor on this thing and make it work? I have been looking everywhere. Is there another solution that I could do to be able to put it on? And because I'm at that point where we have to do something. This sucker is whooping me. And I want to ride this thing. I want to ride it. I want to road trip it. I want to take it somewhere. It's got a fairing, it's got everything I need. So I want to get it on the road. That's standing in the way. Well, the good thing is we get to clean it again. And just thought about it. We may see if we can take it all apart and see if we can vapor hone it. Clean it out really good. Clean it everywhere just to see what we can do. I don't know. It can't get any worse than what it is. It's non-working right now. So let me see if I can contact some people and see if I can get out and see if I can clean the sucker up. So guys, I want to thank you for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. And do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And guys, remember, a new video every day in May drops at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you tomorrow.